is Kenneth SBN Boxing. For request, subscribe. Let's speak boxing. What are we going to speak about? I'm actually making my way up from Miami to Little MGM, George's Boxing Genius House, in sunny Orlando, Florida, Kissimmee, Florida. What are we going to watch? We're going to watch Adrien Broner versus Showtime Shawn Porter. Fight's going to be televised on PBC Premier Boxing Channel. The weigh-ins tonight. Tomorrow night's going to be the fight. I'm excited, so go ahead and subscribe. SBN Boxing, a lot of friends, family get together, and all we do is watch boxing. We're boxing fanatics, boxing fans. Majority, I would say 95% of the fights are going to be hosted at the Little MGM. So if you're around the area, go ahead and inbox us, and then we'll take it from there. You know, but there's a lot of controversy coming in this fight. I'm excited about this fight. Why? Because it's a toss-up. You know, it's a 50-50 draw, no matter how you see it. It's stylistically, it's going to be a great fight. Both fighters coming in with similarities, not with styles, but in their career. Right now, their career is on the line. This is a big fight for them. And coming into the conferences, post-conferences, it seems as though, you know, these guys are taking it lightly. You know, Shawn Porter is a little bit more professional, has a little bit more charisma, a little low tone, low key, you know, doesn't have too much to say. He's just showing up, paying his dues, and that's basically it. You know, Adrien Broner, he has a lot to say, you know. He seems a little bit more relaxed, a little bit outspoken, as usual. You know, they see him as a clown. A lot of people question his abilities, but you know, there's not no question when it comes to his ability. He has raw talent. You know, Adrien Broner has raw talent. Obviously, sometimes his mouth is bigger than his talent, but if he can back it up, who knows? You know, the only loss that he has suffered, which is a similarity coming into this ring, they share that in common. Shawn Porter and Adrien Broner have suffered their first loss together, their first and only loss. You know, Broner's coming into this fight 30-1 with 22 KOs. Porter's coming into this fight 25-1 with 16 KOs with one draw, I believe. But Adrien Broner, that's exactly what he's looking to do. He's looking to cause some problems. He's coming in since his last defeat that he suffered against Marcus Maidana. I think it was 2012, I believe. He's had 3 victories since then. You know, Shawn Porter recently had just lost to Kell Brook, but he's had a victory since then. You know, both fighters are in their mid-20s. Both fighters are former world champions. Both fighters only have their first and only loss. Both fighters have a lot in stake, a lot on the line. Obviously, Adrien Broner is a little bit more vocal. Yes, Mayweather told him, hey, look, man, there's a lot of distractions in Ohio itself. And, you know, you need to bring your ass out to Vegas. You know, this is serious. You know, they've been having a lot of private workout sessions, this, that, kicking a lot of people out. But a lot of rumors, a lot of speculations coming into the weight. You know, a lot of people are saying that, you know, Adrien Broner, he's going to have issues with the weight. Why is he going to have issues with the weight coming into this fight, especially tonight for the weigh-in? He canceled the rehydration clause that came from his camp. He requested the rehydration clause, meaning the Saturday coming into the fight after the weigh-in, both fighters cannot weigh over 154 pounds. That rehydration clause was actually canceled. A lot of people are sitting there saying that he is walking around mid-150s, possibly 160. So there's going to be some issues there. Now, there was a catch weight. Wouldn't be some shit. Ain't that won't be some shit if Adrien Broner cannot even make his catch weight, which he requested at 144. Yes, this whole entire catch weight is ridiculous, but it's still entertaining itself. Both fighters coming in with stylistically, there's going to be a brawl, it's going to be a war, and yes, it's a 50-50 coin toss. Could both fighters make 144? Who knows? Shawn Porter, you know, he's normally started his career at 165, and this would be the lowest he's ever tried to weigh. So yes, that's going to have an effect on him. But by the looks of things, it's going to be even match. Why? Because Adrien Broner's having problems as well, making weight. How do I see the fight panning out? You know, there's a lot of boxing channels out there. They're going to play it safe. I can sit here and talk about all the flaws, all the benefits, all the positive things that Porter brings to the table, all the the flaws that Porter has. Both fighters have a lot of flaws. Adrien Broner's, there's a lot of, I can play it safe, you know. Yes, I know Marcus Maidana gave Adrien Broner some problems, but a lot of people are forgetting that he jumped up 2 weight classes. You know, it's easy to point out the negative shit, but, you know, he's doing shit that, you know, he suffered that loss. I understand he suffered that loss. Yes, he fought Paulie Malignaggi, but Paulie Malignaggi, he was just a cherry-picked fight itself. But he jumped up in two weight classes and felt the power at 147. He lost against Marcos Maidana, and a lot of people take credit from that. Why discredit that? That's a badass fighter. Marcos Maidana, Mayweather even said it himself. It felt like he was getting punched with gloves of steel. Marcos Maidana is a puncher, and Marcos Maidana is a badass fighter. A lot of people don't give Marcos Maidana credit. Why? Because they get caught up in the Mayweather and the Adrien Broner and stuff like that. Watch some Maidana fights. I would like to see Maidana fight Keith Thurman. I would like to see Maidana fight Timothy Bradley. I would like to see Maidana fight Kell Brook. I would like to see Maidana fight one of these legitimate fighters, and then you guys to see who fucking Marcos Maidana is. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue to talk boxing itself. How's my fight prediction going that's going to pan out? Marcos Maidana is a pressure fighter. Adrien Broner's going to have problems with pressure. I haven't seen too much explosiveness coming into his last 3 victories, his last 3 fights. Yes, he's a little lighter on his feet. Yes, he's taking a little bit more of a boxing approach, which is definitely good. But he's a 1-2 fighter, 1-2 puncher. His defense is getting a lot better. But, you know, you can't take those last 3 fighters to the caliber and compare him to Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter has a lot of power. Shawn Porter's definitely going to press. Kell Brook fight, I gave it to Brook. But, you know, Shawn Porter could have stepped it up a little bit and came out victorious in that fight. But I gave it to Brook. Brook just outboxed, outclassed Porter itself. Beat him to the punch. This is the question right here. Can Shawn Porter take the approach as Marcos Maidana did against Adrien Broner? Yes, he can. Absolutely, yes, he can. Vice versa. Can Adrien Broner take the approach as Kell Brook? Yes, he can. He absolutely can. But Adrien Broner's no Kell Brook. He doesn't have the punching power like Kell Brook. He doesn't have the defensive ability as Kell Brook. And Kell Brook looks a little bit more, I would say, a more complete fighter itself. Kell Brook, he looked comfortable. He looked at ease. He didn't look like he was under pressure whatsoever. He was able to keep his composure, or was able to work the jab, work the body. He just looked more of a complete fighter. Adrien Broner at times, with these C-class fighters, he's having trouble. You know, he's definitely having trouble. He's getting better and better every single fight. But coming into this fight, he's definitely going to have to box. What's my fight prediction coming into this fight? I think the weight's going to cause some problems. It's definitely going to cause some problems in his weight. I think Adrien Broner is not going to brawl with Shawn Porter. I think he's just going to outbox Shawn Porter. So in this fight, I think Shawn Porter, the only thing he's going to come in as an aggressor, going to try to knock out Adrien Broner's head off. Get him on the ropes, you know, just ruffle his feathers up a little bit. But Marcos Maidana has a rough approach. You know, Shawn Porter is an aggressive fighter. Yes, he beat Devin Alexander, he roughed him up, but it wasn't a Marcos Maidana approach. Shawn Porter is still a clean fighter. He's just an aggressive fighter like Ricky Hatton, just coming in all crazy and stuff like that. But he's not going to rough him up like that. Utilize his body and stuff like that. It's not going to happen like that. So I'm giving this fight to Adrien Broner. You know. A lot of people discredit the victory that Marcos Maidana had. Marcos Maidana is a bad fighter. I just don't see Marcos Maidana versus Shawn Porter. I'll get that fight to Marcos Maidana all day. This fight, I think Adrien Broner, he's going to keep his distance. Broner's going to keep his difference. He's going to outbox, outclass Shawn Porter. And I say unanimous decision. 12 rounds. You know, I'll give Porter 5 rounds, you know, but 5-4 rounds, but I think Adrien Broner is going to come out victorious in this fight. But anyways, guys, that's been Boxing Film. Subscribe. Have a good one.